According to the CDC, as of 2023, 1 in 36 children in the United States have autism. That's around 75 million people in the world, which is around 1% of the population. Just to get a test to know if you have autism in the UK can take over a year. People are left wondering, do I have autism? Do I not? But what is autism and how does it make you different from other people? Autism is, by Google, a neurodevelopment condition of variable severity with lifelong effects that can be recognized from early childhood, chiefly categorized by difficulties with social interaction and communication and by restricted or repetitive patterns of thought and behavior. But what does it mean to have difficulties with social interaction and communication? Harder to fit in? Harder to become normal? I always thought I was a bit weird. I never really fit in. I found it hard to socialise, but I never want to really think too deeply about it, especially not my disadvantages. I believed you could always push through it, try your best, focus on what you can do, not what you can't. But the more I look into myself, I realise that I've been subconsciously putting on a mask for people so they don't realise who I truly am. Because I never noticed truly either, but try to create this fictional character or people I saw on TV shows or the socially calibrated people that you meet in your life, because they're the ones that fit in. They're the ones that everyone likes. They're the ones that everyone gets along with. Why would you not want to be like them? I'd laugh all the time to break tension. I'd just it would be a fake laugh as well. Nothing was funny, but I felt stressed, so my defense mechanism was let me just laugh a bit. I'd always, when I'm talking to someone, I'd let them speak and I'd always try to agree with them or fuel their ego or act interested when I wasn't interested. And I know that there's some financial gurus who will say, oh, that's great advice, that's how you network, that's how you stay in the game, and you gotta pretend you're interested, and then you get flip it and you show you have status in the conversation. But I found that whole interaction so draining and very inauthentic, and it just led me to be more stressed in conversations. I'm already putting on a mask, and now I'm pretending I care about something I don't even care about, and all this just because I'm I need to fit in, need to be with these people, not these. Come on. I spent so many hours looking into body language, tonality, making sure I can speak to someone and carry myself properly. I'd practiced the way I'd walk for I don't know how many months. Every day when I'd move, I'd make sure, are my shoulders back? Oh, am I walking my arms? Am I looking straight forward? Am I making sure I have alpha male energy? Because that's the game in it. Everyone does it. If you want to be like these people, you got to carry yourself like this. Even though it was so draining. But interestingly enough, the people with the witty language, the perfect body language, the amazing social skills, I could never get along with as much as I could my other autistic friend. My other friend, he'd just be like me. We'd vibe. I feel very free when I'm talking to him. It's free flowing. I feel like no one's judging each other. But when you're putting on a mask, you feel like everyone's judging you. You feel like you can't speak freely. You can't say certain words. You can't speak as your energy carries you towards. I'd always force myself to speak to those guys who wasn't like me because I wanted to get better at talking. As I was trying to fit this mask with these guys, I was losing myself as those guys didn't care about this character that I made to fit in. They cared about the connection we have. And weirdly enough, I feel like the universe plays a prank on us. The longer someone spends time with you, your true nature comes out. You can't hide who you are forever. You can't try and put a facade on. You can't try and carry yourself as someone you are not. You need to carry yourself with the person you believe you are. Because at the start, people fall in love with the character you put on, especially if you can do it well, especially if you've been doing it for years. But over time, the mask whittles away. They find out you're not who you are. And then what? Then you lied. You didn't really tell them who you were. So could you be mad if they're not into the person you actually are as much as you thought they would be? I mean, I personally messed up. I messed up so many relationships because of this. I didn't think the person I am was good enough. And I kept putting this character to fit in. People with autism, people similar to me, it's really easy for us to come up with victim mentalities. It's really easy to be a victim. It's really easy to become a victim when you find something wrong and you don't know how to fix it. And everyone around you you can tell is oh, you don't connect on a social wavelength. You don't understand little witty jokes. You don't understand the humour or the flow of the conversation as well as us. And you feel like they're judging you, but they're not. Unless their actions show something, they're not. Like, overthinking this for nothing. At least I was. I was overthinking it for nothing. And that's all because of this stigma, isn't it? The truth is, autism isn't negative at all. You can see things that other people can't see. Everyone's stuck in their certain way of thinking, whether it be the way they carry themselves socially or the way that they carry out their daily lives. People who think differently are able to find behavioural patterns in the market or in the world that other people will never pick up on. And we're the drivers. We're the people who move society forward. We're the people who make people learn more about the world. Everyone else is just trapped in their ways of thinking. Some would call it a matrix. And you're not bound to be a slave of your subconscious thinking. It's weird, man. I look at it as a range. So, like, the more autistic you are, the more likely you are to be very, very crazy, rich, successful, XYZ. But they're also more likely to be like a druggy, like, fucked up person, right? But the truth is even though you're more likely to go down an extreme path, isn't that the more fun? One of the best financial movies, was The Big Short. And the star of The Big Short, which is based off of like a real story, was this guy called Michael Burry. And he predicted the Wall Street crash in 2008. Before anyone was talking about it, before any social media or people even in the investor banking industry thought that this could happen, he was there saying, I looked into the housing market, it was going to crash, and everyone like clocked him off. There's a clip in the movie, right? I'm going to play it right now.
Mortgage fraud was quintupled since 2000, and the average take-home pay is flat, but home prices are soaring. That means the homes are debt, not assets.
So Mike Burry of San Jose, a guy who gets his hair cut at Supercuts and doesn't wear shoes, knows more than Alan Greenspan and Hank Paulson.
Yeah, Dr. Mike Burry, yes, he does.
And he just says, oh, yeah, you're just autistic, mate. How are you going to know about the crash? And this is the thing, bro. Because people don't think like the other person, they just disregard them. Like, oh, you're not going to do it. But that's the problem, innit? Like, you know what you know. It just shows that everyone thinks the current norm is correct. And the only ones who can speak out are the ones with difficulties with social interactions and communication. Weird, innit? But Michael Burry may have been exceptional, but there's others like him, man. They just focus on their skill, their shit, and even though they're autistic, they work at it and they get so good. Like, the most creative people are autistic. And I'm saying, yeah, if you are autistic, you have it too. You can see things other people can't see. You can do things other people can't do. And only if you commit to it. Break away from like all the stigma, all the negative stuff and energy from the people around you. Find who you truly are. Accept the good and the bad, advantages, disadvantages. And like, truth be told, we're all work in progress. I'm still finding my way. I don't even know where I'm going to end up. I'm like happy with what life is right now. And isn't that the whole point? It's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, I'm happy with the current reality I live in. So I'm pretty happy just working it. But yeah, if this video gave you another perspective or I was able to convey my thoughts, well, hope I did. Consider subscribing because I want to be monetized. See ya.